Welcome to Contracting Conversations. My name is Scott Williams and joined by my co-host Jim Valley. Today we are talking with Christy Watts, DAU's Learning Asset Manager for the Construction Credential, listed in DAU's iCatalog as CCON 11. Welcome, Christy, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Scott and Jim, for having me.
Hey, Christy, to start us off, can you tell us in a general sense what the Construction Credential is all about?
I sure can. This credential will take the student beyond their basic contracting knowledge and delve into the specifics of the construction contracting arena. This will be through 2 virtual classes and 2 online courses. We start with the assumption that the students have a basic understanding of contracting knowledge. From there, we discuss what is different about the construction process. This credential will take the student from beginning to end in the construction process, starting with the development of the requirement to developing modification position and writing the documentation for the pre-negotiation memorandum to supporting that position. The credential is meant for both those in contracting and engineering positions that support the construction process.
All right, thanks, Christy. So I think a big part of especially all of our contracting courses out there is now, a lot of them are virtual, right? And along with the online courses.
Yeah.
So how do you fit these together? Is there a particular sequence they should be taken?
That's a great question, Jim. So the 2 virtual classes are very different from each other. Con 2440V, the construction contracting class, it runs for 4 days, and the students meet all 4 days. It's a combination of instructor-led, group projects, and asynchronous learning. Con 2450V, it meets for all 5 days. The first 2 days are instructor-led, and then days 3 and 4 are self-paced group project with the class convening back together for the last half day, going over those projects that they submitted. They can take them in either order, it doesn't matter. Then there's 2 other requirements that are CLCs. Together, those 2 CLCs should take no more than about 4 hours and concentrate on some real specialty areas. Those CLCs are CLC 045 Partnering and CLC 044 Alternate Disputes Resolution. So there's no sequence for the class. However, students that are not knowledgeable in construction could benefit from taking Con 2440V before taking 2450V.
All right, thanks, Christy.
Yeah, great, Christy. There's a lot of good information there, and it sounds like a lot of good components that make up the Construction Credential. One thing that students would like to know, I'm sure, is how are they assessed and how do they get credit for this credential?
Well, Scott, students, I think, like this better than it used to be. There's no exams at the end of each course. But there is a credential exam that's required to be completed once all the courses are taken to obtain the credential. So only 1 exam. This credential exam is an open note and an open book exam. It's recommended for students that they download the student guide from Con 2440V and the slide deck from 2450V to use it when they take the credential exam. They'll be very helpful for the students in taking that exam.
Thanks, Christy. That's kind of a different concept now that we're virtual. And I think it'll help a lot of students who may have difficulty taking like a closed book exam because it's just not how their brain operates. So that's really neat. So a lot of people want to know, hey, is this really for me? So what is the target audience you're shooting for this credential?
Well, Jim, I like to say that putting together a construction contract is a team sport. And this credential would be ideal for anyone who's part of the acquisition team for a construction project or looking to head to a position where this would be part of their job. So not only the contract specialist, but also the engineers, construction reps, project managers, and maybe a legal person who would be supporting the project. I would also recommend that they've completed their basic certification too.
Well, that's great to hear. I think the team aspect of it is very critical since that's how they're going to work in the real world.
That is true. Yep.
Hey, thanks, Christy. And I understand that once you earn a credential, it lasts for 5 years, but there is a point that you have to renew your credential. Is that correct?
Scott, that is correct. There will be a process developed and established in the future that will allow students to renew their credential certification. It's anticipated that the credential holder will be notified about 6 months before the credential expires if they want to renew it. To renew it, it's still to be determined whether it's going to be a short quiz, maybe quick hot topic seminar, some other type of learning asset. And that's going to be determined in the future. However, each renewal process will be unique to each credential.
All right. Thanks, Christy. Appreciate you coming to the show today to discuss this credential.
Thanks for having me. I look forward to some of our future talks we're going to have.
Yes, we're looking forward to that. So for everyone out there, we're going to be having discussions with Christy where we'll delve further into the virtual assets, which are under this credential umbrella. That's CON 2440V, which is construction contracting, as you heard, and CON 2450V, which is construction modification proposal analysis. So yes, we will have 2 more segments, each covering a little more detail on each of those. So we're looking forward to that, Christy.
Very good. Thanks.
So this is all the time we have for today. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe to our Contracting Conversations channel. Type any comments below. We really need those from you guys. And spread the word of this channel to your peers and to those you supervise or lead. Let us help you answer their questions, and we look forward to having future contracting conversations with you.